2 emails. When I get home from camp, there's an email from my grandma saying she can't wait until we visit again. My grandfather died 3 years ago, and now she spends most days bowling with her girlfriends, who are all old but dye their hair and wear big jewelry to pretend they're not. Grandma knows Photoshop even better than my father, and every email from her includes a funny drawing she made on her computer. The address of the other email is unfamiliar, but as soon as I read it, I know what it's about. Derek, thanks so much for your entry in our daughter's guest book. Are you Derek Fallon from California? If so, tell your mother hello. Susan is still very much with us, and it comforts us to know how much she meant to others. I bet you're a wonderful boy, and Susan looks down on you from heaven with pride. Sincerely, Madeline James. I read the email 4 times. Why is this woman being so nice? If Susan's watching me from heaven, it's probably with daggers in her eyes, thinking about all the fun she's missing down here on Earth. It's amazing she doesn't magically appear and push me in front of a train. Never thought of Susan as some kind of guardian angel. Is it possible she's still looking out for me? I stare at my inbox with Mrs. James's note back to back with my grandma's. Genius strikes. I head to the kitchen to find my mom. Grandma sure seems lonely, I tell her. Mom hammers chicken breasts with a pounder to tenderize them for dinner. For someone who dedicates her life to saving animals, she's merciless with the dead ones. I thought we'd get out to see her this summer, but I don't have anyone to cover for me. I feel really guilty about it. Mom obviously didn't think before she answered. I put my plan into action. Hate to go to the whole summer without seeing Grandma. I miss her so much. I wonder if I used too many so's, but Mom puts down the pounder and tilts her head. I miss her too, she says. Let's go out for a nice New England visit this fall. I wonder if Mom is onto me and is dangling a put you out of school trip to shut me up. But I stick to my original plan. October's so far away. It's been a year. I really miss her. She stares out the kitchen window, and for once, I don't interrupt her silence. You're right, she finally says. I'm going to switch my schedule around. Even a few days with Grandma this summer will be better than no days at all. I jump up and give Mom a hug. I know I should wait until tonight or maybe even tomorrow before I begin the next phase of the plan. But as usual, my mom works at a faster speed than my brain. Maybe while we're back east, we can see Matt. I'm not sure if it's her veterinary training or just her maternal instincts, but my mother now smells a rat. Is that what this is about? Going to see Grandma because you miss your friend? When she realizes the second phase of my plan, her face flushes with anger. Why wasn't I a little more patient? Please tell me this has nothing to do with Susan James. I insist I'm only thinking about Grandma. She just sent me an email. She misses me. I make the mistake of pointing at the laptop. My mom sees the open email from Susan James's mother. I get a heaping helping of mom mad. It takes several minutes before she stops yelling. I do miss Grandma. I just thought we could go to Martha's Vineyard too. I admit. When Mom sends me up to my room, I go with the laptop. Just because Mom has ruined my plan doesn't mean I still can't email Grandma to help talk my mother into a visit. A truce. The next night, my mother walks into the kitchen with 2 large pizza boxes. Before I can rip them from her hands, she sits across from me and guards them with her body. Okay, here's the deal. It's difficult to concentrate with the smell of tomato, cheese, and pepperoni, but I try. As much as I hate you hatching secret plans, we do owe Grandma a visit, she says. So we're all flying to Boston for 5 days, leaving next Friday. It's the only time I can get Dr. Taylor to cover for me, and it's good for Dad, too. That's great. Dad and I were also trying to take a romantic weekend this summer. Don't leave me with Amy. Calm down. We decided to all go back east instead. I gather up my courage for the next question because I have to know. Can we go to Martha's Vineyard to see Matt, I mean? I already spoke to Matt's mother. They're flying back after the fair, so they won't be there. I'm a little sad about not going to the scene of the crime with my best friend, but 3 days off from learning camp, a plane ride, and seeing my grandma are all reasons to celebrate. Mom pulls out another bit of unexpected news. We're going to the vineyard anyway, she says. You've been so curious about Susan all summer. We'll go to South Beach, even visit Susan's mom. That way you can see there's no big mystery and move on. I jump up and down with excitement before I realize there has to be a catch. There's always a catch. But you have to work on school reading lists so we don't spend the rest of the summer arguing about it. Before I say deal, I decide to negotiate. Can Bodhi come with us? She shakes her head. I think Bodhi should stay at pet camp, don't you? When I stand toe to toe with her, I can't wait till we're both the same height. Maybe that will make these discussions a little more fair. I think look her in the eye. Try one last plea. He's part of the family. He should come. She thinks about this for a moment. It is always more of a family vacation with Bodhi. Deal. She pushes one of the pizza boxes toward me. This one's all yours. I tear open the box, but instead of a large pepperoni and cheese, I find three of the books for my summer reading list, including the one Miss Williams gave me that I haven't read since Dad contaminated my Flipperama book. Mom is really good at finding stuff. She tries not to laugh, then points upstairs. A third of a pizza is much less fun than one all to yourself, but I'm starving and open the other box. I take a slice and rip a paper towel from the roll and head up to my room. Aren't you forgetting something? Mom asks. I grab Miss Williams' book from the pizza box. It'll make a good plate, then plop down on my bed. For the first time, I notice the notes Miss Williams made in the margins. What is the main character feeling? What do you think could happen next? Her notes raise questions of my own. How long will it take to read a book if I have to stop every minute to answer these stupid questions? I shove the book under my mattress and do something easier. Email Grandma to tell her how happy I am that we're coming to Boston.